Hey guys, I'm Brandy and welcome back to STA Farms. So kind of a little background on where I'm at and what I'm doing today. I'm in our orchard. In our orchard, we currently have 3 pear trees, a peach tree, and a puny little apple tree. We planted these trees and a few others about 15 years ago. And this is what survived and thrived, and the others didn't make it so much. So today we have a few other apple trees and some peach trees that we want to plant in this garden to see if we can get some more fruit from what we've already got producing. So let's go on and see what Aaron's doing. He's up here in the corner somewhere. Hey, what are you doing?
So I was just looking. We had an apple tree here, but I think that tree there and this tree here, we probably should skip this spot.
Yeah, I don't want to plant one in this area. I want them on down closer to the road.
Yeah. Obviously, we're planting fruit trees in our orchard, and I'll let Brandy go into more detail about what all we are planting. But your fruit trees, they want plenty of sun. And we used to have an apple tree here and it didn't make it. But I think it was probably because of this pine tree here, and that is, I believe, a pecan tree. Just kind of smothered it out, I guess. Would that be the right way to put it?
Probably the best
Kind of like
term.
smothered it out. So I think we'll skip this spot here. Plus we got that pear tree that's pretty good size there. So I think we'll skip this part of the top part of the orchard and head down here. So let's head down here and measure off what we need.
So let's start at our puny existing apple tree.
Did you tell them about this apple tree?
I did. Well, I talked about this apple tree a little bit. I called it our puny tree.
Yeah, so we planted this tree like 15 years ago or something, I think. And of course, you know how it is, something new. Me and Brandy, hey, we just got married. Did we plant the year we got married? Do you remember?
A couple years after.
A couple years after. So anyways, we wanted fruit trees, so we go up to Lowe's and we buy like, was it 6 fruit trees, 3 apples, 3 pears, and 3 peaches?
So that'd be 9 trees.
Okay, 9 trees. Yeah. Y'all know math's not my strong point. Anyways, they're supposed to be semi-dwarf, supposed to, grow to like, I think like 15 feet tall and all that. Anyways, only one of our apple trees ended up surviving, and it's this one. And it's not done the best.
It actually looks better right now than it ever has.
Yeah, but I swear, I could be wrong. I'm no fruit tree expert. I think this ended up being just a dwarf because I know it's not really going to show up on camera, but it's really only probably 8. Of course, you got some of the taller branches that's a little bit taller, but the actual tree height on this is probably only like 8 or 10 feet. But the pear trees, I don't know how well they're going to show up on camera. I think they were real pear trees, actual pear trees, because they're probably 25 or 30 feet. So, anyways, I don't know. This apple tree here, I don't even remember what kind. We have it wrote down in the house. I don't remember what kind it is. It's not done the best for us. And in fact, we come that close to cutting it down this year. Actually, I think I had the chainsaw started coming down here, and then I noticed a little bit of green coming out, and we just hated to cut it. But we've not got any apples off of it. I don't know if we'll get any apples off of it this year or not. We'll see. But we're going to put our new trees on further down.
So as far as our new trees go, I hadn't explained those yet. We got 4 last fall, and we didn't get them planted. So what we did is we have the screened-in back porch. I just placed them on the porch to let them winter. And, I didn't water them or anything because of the coldness, and I didn't want to hurt them. But I knew they had enough moisture and everything. So Aaron was like, oh, they're not going to survive. They're not going to survive. But I was like, yeah, I think they will. So we left them on the porch all winter, and now they've all 4 kind of leafed out and everything.
Yeah. They actually done. We literally just moved them outside from our porch, and they done the leaves and stuff on the porch. And
Yeah.
you go back a month ago, I'd have bet $100 that they were all 4 dead.
Right.
Because we didn't get them in the ground last year, but I mean, it worked out. But
Yeah.
so it looks like, and Brandy can probably explain this better, it looks like these two are Granny Smiths.
Yeah, so we got 2 Granny Smiths, and the other 2 don't have tags or labels on them, but the lady told me they're Macintosh.
Macintosh. Is that, oh, wait a minute. This is right here. Macintosh, I see it.
Is it wrote on the
Yeah,
ribbon?
Macintosh.
Okay, yeah.
But this one don't have a ribbon. Is Macintosh red or what? Yellow, or do you know?
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Not really sure.
Well, hopefully in a couple years, or 3 or 4 or 5, or hopefully at some point, we'll figure out, we'll get some apples. But
Right.
so I guess you need to decide what tree you want where, and then you be deciding that. I'll go get a shovel and we'll start digging some holes.
All right. So while Aaron's gone after the shovel, I'm gonna kind of do a rough layout of these trees and just put them in a spot where I think I want them.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I remember when we planted the ones when we first planted these, we did 25 feet apart. So basically, and I think it'd probably be better if we kind of just kept them in the same lines. I think we'll be fine.
That's kind of what I was trying to gauge off of.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna get up here and start digging this hole.
I'm gonna go ahead and move the peach trees out.
Okay.
And then I'll come up there and get you.
Okay. All right.
All right, guys, so our peach trees that we have, we've got 2 different varieties. We have one tree already planted. It's beautiful when it blooms out. It is right there. It has produced some peaches. Unfortunately, we weren't quick enough to harvest them before the critters got to them. So the deer and the squirrels got them before we were able to harvest them. But anyway, we picked up 2 more peach trees, and I have an Alberta variety, and then this is a Belle of Georgia peach. So I'm gonna get these placed about where I want them planted, and then I'm gonna make my way over to help Aaron digging the holes. How's the digging going?
It's going. I honestly thought the ground would be softer than what it is.
Huh.
I mean, it's not extremely hard, but I thought it would be softer.
Yeah.
So whenever you're planting fruit trees, or I guess really probably any type of tree, you want your hole to be 2 to 3 times bigger, as in wider, more circumference, I guess, since it's a circle. I don't know if it'd be diameter. Like 2 to 3 times wider than your pot. So this here is probably a half a times, so I need to get it a little bit wider. And the depth, you want it about the same depth, but you do want it wider. That basically, for the most part, by having it wide like that, it kind of breaks the soil up and lets the roots establish quicker and easier than because it's hard. I mean, the roots can grow through this, but as hard as that ground is, if you break it up and then put it back in there, because your hole's wider, the roots are going to have easier time growing and getting established. So I'm going to have to make this wider, and the depth on it's pretty good, almost where it needs to be, but I do need to make it wider. So okay, so I think that's got this hole here. Now we need to get this out of the pot and put in here. So what you want to do, this is what we do. Kind of turn it on its side and just kind of push on the sides of this here, just kind of break up the dirt and everything. Do it like that, and that kind of breaks it up. Should be able to pull it out. And what you want to make for sure of is, I don't know what this is called, burlap or whatever it is. It holds the roots together. Now the roots can grow out of that, but what I like to do, I like to cut it off. I think it gives it more of a head start, if you will.
I think you need to work on your knife blades.
Yeah, I do. Do like that. Then start filling your hole back, and then after you get it filled back, you kind of line your tree up, or at least that's how we do it. Now, how we do it, we don't stake the trees unless they need it. So we'll keep an eye on this, and if we decide that we need to stake it, we will. But if it grows pretty straight, then probably won't worry with it. After we get all the trees planted, we're going to come back and we're going to put mulch around the tree, and that will serve two purposes. One, it'd be easier as far as keeping the grass down around the tree, because it's very, very important when you have a young tree like this to not weed eat very close to it, because if you hit that bark with a weed eater, you're likely going to kill your tree. So we use the mulch as a grass suppressant, weed suppressant, but it also helps to retain moisture. These need a lot of moisture to get established. So the mulch will help retain the moisture, and we can still have some cold nights. And on those cold nights, it will also help keep the roots warmer. But it's mostly for moisture retention, and also so we don't have to weed eat right up next to the base of the tree. Because we've all done it. Weed eat next to a little tree like that, hit the bark, and you kill your tree. So, but those are the two purposes the mulch will serve. So I think this one's good. We'll get the other 4 or 5. How many we got?
I've got 3 more.
5 more. Yeah.
3 more apples and 2 peach.
We'll get the other 5 in the ground, and then we'll get the mulch spread. So. So, as in a lot of the stuff that you do, this is the one that you always look for. It's the last one.
Right. We still got to mulch them.
Well, that's true. But I tell you what, I forgot how much I enjoyed digging holes.
Insert sarcasm.
One thing I had to say, these peach trees that we bought today, those roots are awesome.
They are. I'm just loosening them up some. Give them more room to be able to spread out.
Yeah. I think we might have got that hole just a hair bit smaller, but I was through digging. I don't know about you.
I'm gonna have to adjust this once I get the dirt in it.
Yeah, so while Brandy's filling that dirt in. So one thing we did notice with the peach trees that we got them at our local Walmart store, and I don't know if it's where they was grafted on and they started growing crooked, or if they was just trying to grow toward the sunlight or what, but they were somewhat bent, and we kind of wanted ours to be more straight. So these peach trees, we might have to stake these earlier than like those apple trees. Those apple trees was straight. These, they've kind of got a bend to them. We'll show you here in a second whenever Brandy gets that filled in.
Oh, you want to go ahead and show it?
Yeah. So I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera, but that's where they grafted it on. If you're not familiar with how they graft trees, they take rootstock from a different tree, usually something that grows pretty quick, and then they'll get like the peach, the apple, whatever, and they graft it onto that rootstock. And I am by far not an expert on that. There's a lot of other people that can explain that way more than me. But right there where it's grafted on, it's kind of come out and wanted to go there. Now this one, there's another one that was a little bit bigger than this, but it went further out. So we chose that one, hoping maybe that will continue on up straight, which as you get up here, it starts to curve back more straight. And we think that with it being outside and in the sun, we think that it'll be okay. And if it's not, we'll stake it and kind of guide it toward the direction we want it to go.
Yeah. Well, and I turned the curve away from the sun, so
It'll grow. Yeah, get
as
straighten
it
up.
grows, it may lean more toward
Yeah.
the sun
Yep.
and straighten itself up.
Yep. You know, a lot of people think that we're crazy when you tell them this, if they don't have any experience gardening or growing anything, or like we're just even walking through the woods. But plants and trees grow toward light.
Okay.
So, real quick also, here, Brandy, let me show them this. As I just pointed out about this graft right here, that is probably, I don't want to say it's more important, but it's just as important as how you plant it. You do not want that covered. You do not want that covered with mulch or dirt or anything. It's more prone to rot and cause disease there. You want that out of the ground. So that's very important whenever you're planting. Maybe one day we'll experiment with grafting. Y'all know, if y'all followed our channel for any length of time, you know, especially me, I'm pretty nostalgic and you know, old-timey, I guess you could say. But Mama and Papa had a peach tree down there behind their barn, or behind the tool shed, and I still got some of the seed from that in the freezer. So one of these days I might see if I can get it to grow. I would have loved to have been able to get a graft off of it and graft it onto some rootstock. Of course, that tree's long gone by now, but we'll see. One day maybe we can grow some peach trees by seed. I don't know. We'd probably not. It probably wouldn't work, but we might try it. So, all right. So that's got that in here. Now, what is it? What do you think? I guess get the mulch in it, Brandy.
Mulch.
Yep. So, do you want me to go around and drop the bags, and then you spread the mulch, or?
Yeah, I figure because somebody miscounted and only got 5 bags
I
when we
did.
have 6 trees.
Yep.
So instead of putting a full bag per tree, I'm probably going to do 3/4 of a bag on each tree.
Yeah, I had forgot about that. We just need to do 1 tree at a time. Yeah, so I forgot about that. I did get 1 less bag than what I should have. I wasn't trying. I done quick math in my head, and obviously it was wrong. But I will say, Brandy likes to spend more. I like to spend less. So that might be another reason why I only got 5 bags. I tell everybody she spends all the money, but
Yeah.
But that was my mistake. I did short us a bag, but I think we can make do with the bags. So
I think
we'll
so.
just do 1 tree at a time. So
Okay.
let me go ahead and grab this bag, and you trust me to spread it out, or you want to?
I'll take care of that. I'll take care of the mulch from now on. Just from watching you, you need a lot of work.
I never can do anything right. You guys ever feel like that? I know I do.
There we go. What do you think?
I think it looks a lot better than what I did.
Yep.
I guess you're right. I can't do it right.
Yeah, you didn't do it right.
Main thing, make sure that graft is not.
The graft is not.
Okay. It is a little high right here, though. So. All right, let's get the.
Can you get the bag out of the truck for me?
Yeah. Oh, let's just back the truck down there.
Yeah, he's a little bit taller and he can reach in there easier than I can. I wish I'd got video of this tree when it was fully bloomed, but these blooms are gorgeous. And right here's our Bella Georgia. So, and you can see it kind of curves that way a little bit. So I'm hoping that it will start to grow and straighten up with the pull of the sun. Oh, and look, here's a bloom on it. I just noticed that. All right, and that's got the mulch around all 5 trees. So, only thing we have left to do is carrying buckets of water over here and getting them watered.
All right. I think that's got them all watered. So.
All right, guys, so we ended up planting all of our trees, and we've got the mulch around them. So we ended up with 2 of the Granny Smith apple. See there. We ended up with 2 Macintosh right there. And then we also planted 2 peaches. One of them was an Alberta, and one of them was a Belle of Georgia peach tree. So we've got them all mulched around and got them watered. And hopefully in another 2, maybe 3 years, we can start getting a good fruit harvest off of them. So, all right, guys. We appreciate you following us through this video and watching along with us. And if you haven't already, give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, and as always, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.